It's
Are we all good?
yeah. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Morning.
We've just come back from Avengers Endgame. We've sat silently in the car.
We haven't even said anything to each other. Two reasons really. I guess that you needed time to process what's just happened, and also we just wanted to kind of wait until we spoke to you guys and just kind of like released everything. Yeah. So you ready?
Yeah. Holy fucking shit. Avengers Endgame is the single greatest piece of anything ever. I don't even I know we've just come back from it and emotions are high, but wow.
Seeing as every single event, every single Marvel film I see, I'm like, that was my favourite. That one's definitely my favourite. But this one's my favourite. I don't
even know how when Infinity War came out, I was like, oh my god, how have they strung all these characters together in a cohesive story that makes sense? And Endgame is that times 10 almost, and they do it even better. There's so many payoffs and so many callbacks.
So much. Yeah.
It's literally like this is the last movie in the string of 11 years of movies, and they somehow managed to take like little things and pay them off in this.
Yeah, like absolutely everything. They've just tied it up so well, because you get some films and they'll come up with all these things, won't they? And then they'll just like, I don't know, not finish things off and just... But every single character was just perfectly rounded.
Yeah. Oh. So if you had any complaints in Infinity War of like the main characters not getting enough screen time, like I think Captain America got like 6 minutes of screen time in Infinity War, which is weird when you look at it because it seems more than that.
You don't think that,
but they more than fixed that in this one.
But that's the thing with Infinity War though, it's not like I didn't miss that. Like
no,
I thought they perfectly gave everybody
perfect.
Because if you had too much of that, then you wouldn't have had a chance to do all the others.
So.
Yeah, where do we start?
Spoilers. This is a spoiler review.
Definitely.
Not a review, it's more of a discussion.
Yeah.
But the review is what I just said. The greatest thing ever.
There we go, goodbye.
So that's the review. So if you're on the fence about it for some reason, go watch it. But if you've already seen it, or for some reason you're a sociopath who hasn't watched it, doesn't want to watch it, and just want a spoiler video, then this is what this is.
Let's see what they're missing. Oh, what do we even start with then?
I mean, the beginning bit was Hawkeye playing.
Straight away.
Yeah, I saw your reaction.
Did you see?
You were like...
Yeah! 2 seconds in, my hands were over my face, just like... I'm pretty sure a lot of other people were as well in the cinema.
So Hawkeye's teaching his daughter how to use a bow, and the family's having a picnic, and halfway through... They disappear. First
of all, I thought she was just going to disappear.
Right.
Do you know? And then he was going to turn around and like everyone was going to be like, "Where's the girl?" But his whole family just disappeared.
So that happened. Tony Stark in space.
Yeah.
Obviously, him and Gamora were the only ones left from Infinity War that didn't disappear.
Not Gamora.
Not Gamora. Nebula. Jesus.
Check me out.
It's 3:30 in the morning, alright?
Yeah. Just so you know, Gamora. No, Nebula. Yeah.
Him and Nebula are the only ones left, so they're kind of chilling in space.
Yeah, cute little relationship.
Yeah,
like
very
nice little...
so strange. Like we obviously watched a lot of the movies leading up to this to refresh, but we watched the first Iron Man. To go from that to him playing like weird goalie games really cool. with an alien cyborg in space is very mental. So that was cool, and then.
Go from there.
Well, he gets saved by Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
because we were all wondering how he was gonna MacGyver his way out from space and somehow get back to Earth.
Oh my god, how skinny and odd did he seem?
Oh, it's creepy.
Did they do something weird
yeah, of course
to
they
him?
did. Yeah, because he'd been trapped in space. He was about to die of starvation.
So strange. I was like, no way is he like this the whole film.
Yeah, so he gets back and he's all like gangly and sinewy because he hasn't eaten and he's been trapped in space.
And he's really horrible to Captain America.
Yeah.
Because what happened?
Civil War happened.
Annoyed that he wasn't did they not see each other in Infinity
They haven't
War?
seen each other since Civil War.
That's why
Remember
I was
when
like,
we
I
watched
was
Civil War?
like,
I said that they were going to see each other for the first time in Endgame.
oh.
So they haven't seen each other since he was on the floor, hadn't been beaten by Captain America.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously then this fucking traumatic event happens and, you know,
he's annoyed.
the Avengers are broken up and everyone dies. So yeah, obviously he's pissed.
When he was speaking, it was just all so like, oh, it was horrible.
It was tense, yeah.
It was horrible. I didn't like it. And I didn't like the way he looked. It was just really scary. I was just like, what's happened to him?
Yeah, like I knew there was going to be a time jump, but like just seeing the 5 years later was just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It is like
they've had to live those 5 years without.
And it shows you
it
shows you the world and what it's been like and how everyone is, because there's a scene with Captain America in a group and they're talking about this thing. And just knowing that they were in that for 5 years is like crazy.
Yeah. Black Widow's like not happy, is she?
Yeah,
She's
surprisingly, yeah. Everyone's a bit sad.
Stating the obvious there. But you've got that scene when Captain America comes in and talks to her, and she was talking to everybody.
Yeah. She's like, the weird. She's taking the role of Nick Fury almost, and she's like commanding everyone and sending everyone off on missions. I didn't mean to really
say it. It was being not happy, but.
Spoilers!
It was
Everyone's
really
a bit sad.
It was really. Hasn't Ant-Man got a massive role in this?
Yeah.
And like lots and lots.
Yeah,
of
well,
screen time.
because the whole premise is everyone kind of knew that they were going to use quantum suits to travel and do stuff, but like, he has a lot to do with it because he was the one that did it. It was his kind of movie that introduced the whole thing, so. Everyone gets so much time though.
God, it was so weird when he just appeared back and then back from there and didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, he'd only been gone for 5
hours.
And
he sees his name.
Yeah.
And then they just turned up at the door and they're like, is this an old recording?
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Jesus. Before the fight, I was trying to think something happens before it flashes forward 5 years. They kill Thanos.
Oh my god, yes!
Like, it's so weird.
There's a lot. Yeah, obviously, it's a
just watched it, so everything's just like. The first viewing's always just like. I was just like, something.
Rewind.
Does it happen after or before?
It
happens before they fucking kill Thanos, which I like kind of thought might happen.
Well, you
but
immediately said, you said to me before we went to the cinema, you said, I have a feeling they're going to kill Thanos really, really early.
Well, I said they were going to fight Thanos really early, and I didn't know if they were going to kill him or he was going to kill one of them, and then that would make them like really make the decision to go back in time. They kill him.
Thor.
Yeah, Thor just chops his fucking head off.
It's amazing. Oh, but they don't know where the stones are.
Yeah,
because they're like they expect they get the gauntlet off.
Yeah,
him,
they cut his arm off.
Oh yeah, they just cut it off. That's me thinking pulling, then they cut it off, and they're like, where are the stones?
Stones are gone, and like the way they found them was he used them to destroy them basically, but they saw that there was an energy blast, and then they cut his massive purple head off.
They're pretty sad because they've done that,
which was fucking mental.
Anything else then?
Because obviously, as the movie goes on, like the Thanos in this movie is like one from 9 years earlier, but the one from Infinity War, the one with all like who did this to the Avengers and fought them, like he's just dead. Because
he's done everything he can, destroyed the Infinity Stones.
So like when they're fighting Thanos, it's not like there's more stakes for the Avengers, and like he knows who they are because of the first Avengers and stuff. But this Thanos hasn't fought them before. It's very strange. It's very weird. Yeah. Like they have a memory of him, and they're like fighting a version of him that they've already fought. But he's got his old weapon and stuff that he obviously had at the time. So it's very strange that like he's still getting to grips with like who exactly some of them are, because he knows the core Avengers, but in the end he's fighting fucking all of them, and he doesn't know all of them. He doesn't know who Spider-Man is or anything. And they're all together as well. Like Tony Stark, you can tell that like he's really not hanging around with the Avengers much, whereas Cap and Black Widow and stuff, they all hang out.
Yeah.
So he refuses to kind of fuck with the time travel because he has a family still, and he doesn't really want to.
Was he like actually researching how to do it?
Yeah.
He just thought he'd.
They said like the whole thing about Tony Stark is that he can't help himself with this kind of thing. So they bring this premise of we can time travel.
So
He's going to like run through diagnostics and stuff.
It's great when he realises he's like,
Yeah.
I can do it. He just told Pepper, and it was just like, oh my god.
We knew this was going to be like the most emotional Avengers ever.
Yeah.
And all the trailers are so dramatic and like depressing. But there are some really funny moments in it.
Yeah. So, Thor. I can't believe he spends the whole movie looking like he does.
So weird. Like, that's the weirdest thing.
it.
Like, I was genuinely waiting for the moment where he like stops being fat.
Yeah.
Because it was really funny to begin with. I was like,
And you're just like-
fat Thor, like. But you know, eventually we'll get to a bit where.
Comes back to being
Yeah,
Thor.
you know, he gets his thing and
We all know.
the thunder. Because I assume he can just super metabolize
That's a good
his
point.
body and just like, because he's made of thunder. I mean, he's not made of thunder, but he's a god of thunder. I thought he could just
That's
like
a good point, actually.
burn it all off within an instant. No, no,
He just stays like that for the
he's
whole
just
film.
fat the whole time. Definitely strange.
So weird.
So
I was like,
weird.
oh, he's got his long hair back, and then like panned down, and I was just like, oh.
So there's
I
that.
loved it.
But yeah, really good. He's
His
obviously
character was
responsible
funny
for
in
a
it,
lot of
wasn't he?
the
He was-
funny moments in the
Yeah,
movie.
he was funny in it.
They go to all these points in time. Captain America, Tony Stark, Hulk. Is that all of them that go to
Oh, you do.
that go to New York to get the Tesseract, the scepter, and the Time Stone? Because
Oh yeah, because there's three.
they figure
in
out that
certain
like
points
there's
of time,
three
yeah, they
Infinity
figure out
Stones in
where
New
they all
York at
are.
the same time, so they all go like that. The Captain America versus Captain America fight
Oh my god!
was fucking mental.
When he just bumped into himself, it was just like,
Yeah,
oh no!
and it was
I just
like,
looked at you like, oh my god!
So that was really
That was
cool
good.
seeing, you know, two of the same people fight, because
Yeah.
that's always fun.
And obviously you've got all the characters in it from the past because they've not disappeared yet. Because
they're
so-
obviously, you see, it's good as well. Like, it's very strange because
They do it so-
they show key scenes from the original Avengers
Yeah,
movie,
from
but
a
they see
different-
all these in between bits, like the
different perspective and a different
yeah. So
kind of-
the strike team from Winter Soldier, who are obviously Hydra,
Yeah.
like you see them come and clean up, and then Alexander Pierce, who's like the head of Shield, but like Hydra. Just all these in between bits that you never see in the movie, but they were there and they were happening. So that was the yeah.
You love that bit, like
It's-
the scene from.
It's the exact scene from Winter Soldier when the strike team come in, and it's like the exact same shots as well. You see the guy like looking. So I was like gearing up for that because that's one of my favourite fights.
Yeah, I knew you loved
It's
that.
so good.
It's like he was this again.
But he whispers Hail Hydra instead, and they're all just like, well, I guess Captain America's Hydra.
So funny.
Which is also a nod to the comics.
That's clever.
Because
Oh, no way.
he actually joins Hydra at one point.
Okay.
Oh, there's so much. And I know there's loads I'm missing as well.
Yeah,
like,
there's obviously like.
God,
a
there's
ton.
so much that happens.
watch it,
We get to see
Korg.
Valkyrie and Korg and like,
He's
oh,
the best.
I'm glad that like,
So
because it'd be so easy just to miss all this stuff. Like in Infinity War, everyone was like, "Where's Valkyrie and Korg?" And like, "Oh, like, where's these people? Where are those people?" There was no
wasn't
reason for them to
before,
be in that
yeah.
movie. You get to see where
No, it's
everyone
like,
is in this
yeah,
movie,
5 years
all the
later,
small
so-
characters.
They-
Those three are in New York.
Yeah.
Nebula and War Machine are on Morag to get the Power Stone, and Black Widow and Hawkeye go to get the Soul Stone from Vormir. One thing I didn't
Yeah.
see coming was Black Widow dying.
Yeah. Did
Like
you
that.
not think of
No,
that?
well, she's getting her own movie in a couple of
I
years.
thought you said that. How is that gonna happen?
Prequel.
Yeah, I was
Prequel,
thinking.
maybe?
I immediately thought. I thought you said that, so I thought you'd be surprised. I was a bit like, as soon as they arrived to get the Soul Stone, I
Yeah.
knew that obviously one of them was gonna have to die.
Yeah.
I was upset, but I didn't cry,
Yeah.
and I was just like. Well, don't laugh. I cried at other points. I just didn't laugh. I didn't cry. I didn't laugh for her. I didn't cry for her.
Comedy.
Like, I don't know, it was an emotional scene. It was well done, but it
Well,
was
yeah.
very quick. And then that was that. Nobody really, like, they, obviously when they came back, they were like, where is she? And
Yeah,
the Hulk
yeah.
was obviously really like,
They
oh my
had, like,
God. They had a little thing. But
moment.
then, I think so many other things were going on, and obviously they had to just carry on
Because
the
they're in
film,
the middle
'cause
of it
was
as
kind of-
well.
Yeah, it wasn't early, but it was like, yeah, in the middle, so they kind of just had to, like, carry on. So I forgot.
Brilliant. we're going through the whole movie, but like
scene by scene.
let's just jump to
the big moments.
The third act where they have the stones. They stick the stones in an Iron Man gauntlet, which is fucking well cool. Hulk snaps everyone back.
Yeah, he got them first. Yeah, he got it first.
And just as they're realising, or just as Ant-Man's kind of realising that everyone's back, Thanos shows up through the assist of the bad Nebula, who's taken the appearance of new Nebula.
Yeah, she's... Yeah,
brought
she
Thanos through
back.
the quantum portal, and Thanos bombs the Avengers facility.
So the second they click and people come back and you're like,
yeah.
Woo! That happens. Forget for a second because you just like...
Yeah, because there's a big space in between them being snapped back and them appearing.
Yeah.
So all this stuff happens. Thanos waits for the Avengers. Thor, Iron Man, Captain America show up, and there's a big fight. In one of the best moments ever, with Thor fighting Thanos, and he throws his hammer, and you see it spin back, and Captain America catches it.
I literally looked at you just
God.
like, what's happening? Did you know that was... Did you have any thought that would happen?
No, but like when it happened, and like even Thor was like, I knew it.
Yeah, he was like, I knew it.
Because we watched...
He's worthy.
We watched Age of Ultron,
when he was like... It almost...
We watched Age of Ultron when they're all trying to pull the hammer, and Captain America's the only one who moves it slightly.
And Thor's face in that scene's brilliant.
Yeah.
We had to rewind it because I was like, it's so subtle, but he just does this little tiny like worried face of like, oh my god, is he actually going to lift it?
Catches the hammer and like proceeds to beat the shit out of Thanos
with like a shield
with
and
Mjolnir.
thunder and the
and he's
hammer.
like,
oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's comboing the shield with the hammer and like knocking it back and forth. It's the fucking
really
best. Like my mouth was like, my jaw was like open for like 5 minutes because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I loved it.
Thanos fights back a bit, cuts the shield almost in half, kind of splits it, and then brings his whole army through.
And then,
which was just like,
yeah, that was
that scene of Captain America walking, like there's like a little cliff thing, and it's just him and an entire army of aliens and Outriders and the Chitauri, and I'm anticipating Captain America dying like any second.
I thought you might be there.
So I'm just like, oh my god.
And he's looking a bit worse for wear at this point, isn't he? Like his shield's been half destroyed. He's quite...
And then he starts to get the voice of Falcon through ever so slightly, and then all the Doctor Strange sling ring portals open, and like,
that's the moment.
The whole of Wakanda, all the people that have been brought back, all come through.
And you're like, oh yeah, they've saved everybody, of course.
I like that whole battle between everyone. I was shaking with excitement. Like, no joke, I was literally shaking because of the adrenaline of seeing this absolute mental, like, some of the scenes, like, I remember when I watched the first Avengers scene when they link up all the fights. Like, you see Iron Man fighting someone and the camera pans, and you see Thor. Like, I thought that was the pinnacle of fucking awesomeness, but we literally see like 30 Avengers fight an entire planet of things.
And it's all that emotion of the fact they've just brought those back and kind of half won, but then, oh my god, what's going to happen next?
It just like
unknown people might
cuts
die.
to these little moments of Captain America catches Stormbreaker and Thor catches the hammer.
Oh yeah,
and then he's like, oh, let's trade. I want you to have the little one. And like all these little moments, I couldn't.
It's so well done.
Captain Marvel shows up, runs through the big ship,
because
at this point Thanos is basically just going, this isn't working, bomb the place.
Oh yeah,
so he uses his big ship to like start shooting down on the planet, killing like most of his people as well.
Yeah.
Captain America shows up, destroys that ship, destroys all this, and there's a cool moment when they like have all the women as well. All of them line up and they start beating the shit out of everyone. That was really
because
cool.
they go, how are you? Black Panther takes it, or someone takes it, and like, how are you going to get it? And they go, he's got help. Is that when they appear?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that's the scene. I think that's it.
So they get like a cool showcase, and Thanos gets the gauntlet, sticks it on, and then there's a back and forth between him and Iron Man. Iron Man ends up with the Infinity Gauntlet and snaps everyone out of existence.
Well, he takes all the stones out.
Yeah, because it's all nanotech.
Yeah. because Thanos puts it back and then he's like, they're gone.
Yeah, so he snaps.
And nothing happens.
Thanos snaps the gauntlet and then realises that they're not there.
No stones.
And then you see the stones bleed up his arm. They pay off. The very first movie, where at the end of the movie he says, I am Iron Man. And then now, in his final moment, he says, I am Iron Man. And he snaps all the bad guys out of existence and dies.
Oh my god.
And like, look, we knew it was going to happen. We knew Iron Man wasn't going to survive this movie.
I didn't know for sure.
I've been,
I don't know this stuff.
yeah. I thought he was going to die in Age of Ultron. Like I knew it was going to end at some point with him dying. But like, even in Infinity War, they tease it because he gets stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah. That one really got me, when Iron Man died.
Yeah, I saw.
I cried. And I didn't realise how much I liked Iron Man.
Yeah.
I really like him. I'm like, great, he's now dead. Really liked him.
Oh, man.
It was so emotional. And then Spider-Man comes up to him.
Yeah.
And then Pepper comes up to him. And it's so sad.
It's so
sad.
It's so good.
Oh, it's just mad that one really got me more than the
Yeah.
Black Widow got me. That was just like... And then they have the funeral for him.
Yeah, they show everyone, like... They show all the characters. And even the kid from Iron Man 3, you see.
But I literally thought, well, there you go, Jim, you were wrong. Captain America doesn't die.
Yeah, and I was...
Were you half thinking?
No. Yes and no. At this point, I'm feeling hopeful.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
But I told you that I thought he was going to stay in the past. A couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
It's his job to
forget that he's got to go.
put all the Infinity Stones back and that's when I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no, yeah. When they're like, oh yeah, you go there. Yeah, he'll be there for a while, but yeah, 5 seconds later we'll click and he'll be back. And then everyone was just like, he's not coming back, is he? And then he started.
What I didn't when I thought he was gonna go back in time and stay there though, what I didn't realise is that he'd still be alive.
Yeah.
Present day. Yeah. So I didn't expect him to be there as an old man.
That was a beautiful moment. Man. I'm so sad. And so that's one of the things that shows the well-roundedness of like coming back and finishing the story, because he meets that woman in, what's her name?
Peggy.
Yeah. Straight, when in Captain America, the first one, and then he's always got the picture of her. And then, like,
they never let it go as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
never like a plot point that resurfaces to like prove a point.
Sometimes
it's never like.
I think, well,
it's
why
never
is
the
he
point.
Still
oh, in the first one,
way?
He's in love with her, and then it's not like they drop it for 2, 3, and like all the Avengers. Like in every movie that he's in, pretty much.
Yeah. They bring it up. They look at the picture. Something.
In the first Captain America, obviously they met and like had a whole thing. In the second one. He visits her and she's got dementia.
Yeah.
In the third one, she dies. In the Avengers Age of Ultron, when Scarlet Witch messes with his mind, he goes, he's dancing.
That's always going on. And you just think, okay, but... And then now when it's come to the conclusion of it all,
and obviously in this one,
you're like...
when they're back in time, because at one point everything goes wrong and him and Tony end up in the 70s.
Oh yeah, when they look.
And he runs into her, like they don't see each other, but he sees her. And like that's obviously like,
sweet.
Yeah, it's they're not going to put that there and then just like leave
true.
it. So of course he goes back in time and he has a life with her, and that's how it ends.
It's when when the ring and when you see that he's not. I was like.
Captain America's my favourite character.
Yeah.
As well.
I've just realised I think Iron Man is. Because I cried the most.
So, like...
Yeah. I know. I was so sad for you. I was just
like... it's a great ending for the character,
it is.
But Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
No. Yeah. Well done. Thanks. But did you have to?
The best movie.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they did it. It's had 11 years of anticipation and somehow it lives up to everything. And more.
Yeah.
I can't even like quantify it into words how well they've done it. So,
we've probably missed a load of
Yeah,
really
like,
amazing bits.
It's
but
not been a
that's just like
discussion so much as it's been. And this happens in the movie. Then you know that because you've
Sorry
probably
about
watched
that.
it. But yeah, this is very just like.
Kind of our initial thoughts.
Yeah, we just wanted to talk about it, didn't we? Because we always end up talking about it in the car. And
Yeah,
we
and
just
having
thought it'd
big discussions.
we just thought it'd be fun to kind of get it all out there and stick it on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the movie. It's very good.
Let us know, comment below what your favourite bits were and just what your general thoughts were on it, really.
Yeah. We're going to go sleep, maybe.
That's a good idea.
Possibly. Don't know if I can sleep.
Perhaps.
Right, yes, thank you.
Thanks for the sad.
And we'll be back to our regular videos soon, won't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Need to get gaming.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, bye.